Hey there, and welcome back to Benny's Circus World, where we're going to be pretty much attempting max difficulty on Custom Night, and then I guess we'll take a look through the rest of the extras as well before we sign off here, but of course, what the hell. This is the ultimate challenge, Clown Sugar Rush. If you can beat this, then you'll be rewarded with a golden Benny badge on all menus and clown plushies for your office. Let's see. Oh, good lord. Oh, I had to hear him eat too. Am I gonna really be concerned about using the cameras? Maybe hiding. Hiding is gonna be my biggest worry. Hiding at the wrong time. So I gotta make sure to do this quickly. I do not want to hide on accident. Okay. Alright, already starting to move. Oh, okay, already a lot of them are on the move. Let me see where to expect them. Left. Twins on the right. Alright, that's you. Let's wait. There we go. Whoa. I was like, I'm about to say, I saw that flash for a split second. Okay, let's check hallway 3. Okay, hallways are clear. Okay, it's not as fast as I thought it was gonna be. I don't know, I was expecting it to be even faster, but this is like a bit close to like night, or not night 5, Circus Night. It's pretty much close to that, I would say. I just have to be very careful with my battery. Alright, so right. I just can't waste battery looking at the wrong door.
I can hear you, Michael.
Come on, refresh. Okay, no one there yet. Play audio. We might actually get through this in first try. Jinxed it already. See, I should... Let me check this. Oh, that was great timing. Alright, doesn't look like anyone's nearby. Okay. Alright, left is next. Right is next. Right is next. Oh, wait, no, not right. Okay, left is next. Nope, that's only on the right. Hide. Clear. I didn't even know you were there. I almost missed you. Refresh. Clear. Alright, right is next. I'm gonna guess it's right then left. Yep. Not sure where Circus will go. Or not Circus, Springy. Alright. Hide. He keeps sneaking up on me. I didn't even see him on camera again. Left is next. Right is next. Oh, close one. Just as I go on camera too. Okay, Circus is showing up on the right again. Hide. Right is next. Springy's still there. Yeah, can't fool me. Okay, so they're all going on the right. Okay. Oh. Oh, just got you. Still no one left or right. I heard laughter for a quick second, but we're clear still. Check. Okay. Go on the computer. I have to do those quick checks. Okay, Circus on the right. Alright, wait. And there you go, 6 AM. First try on max difficulty. Alright. That was, I think, a bit anticlimactic. I don't know why. I expected them, because of the sugar rush terminology, I expected it to be so much more worse. But we got some nice little customizations here. Look at that, nice little icons here. The O got replaced now with the clown icon. And we got a bunch of stars now because of custom night. I'm guessing each star, each gold star is for each of the challenges. Since I did max difficulty, I get completion for all challenges, which honestly, I appreciate. Thank you. Now, before I give my thoughts on the game, I'm going to pretty much go through all of the extras, because we have quite a bit in the animatronics department. First off with Benny the Clown, male animatronic performer. Method of murder, disembowelment. So, Benny disembowels people. That's the idea that I'm getting, right? Because it's either that or they were Isaiah was disemboweled and possessed Benny. I'm gonna guess it's the latter. Or no, the former, not the latter. Benny the Clown is the main attraction of Benny the Clown's Circus World. He is very recognizable with his iconic blue costume and yellow top hat. Benny was programmed to sing and tell jokes. He performs with his right hands by his sides. Circus the Clown. But yeah, that's right. What an odd name. Like, I mean, like, imagine having a literal place called Circus World, and your side character, not even your main character, your side character is just named Circus. Speaking of which, Circus the Clown with the little milk carton there that ends up in the vent sometimes. Circus the Clown, method of murder, bludgeoning. You know, a little bit better than disembowelment. At least bludgeoning, you have a chance of getting knocked out and you don't even realize what happens. Circus the Clown is known to be Benny's best friend. Unlike Benny, he was programmed to be funny despite him, meaning that he makes people laugh whenever he does not expect them to. So, I guess, he unintentionally is funny. His design and personality make him a fan favorite among the customers. Circus was going to be named Buddy like his older counterpart, but the CEO decided against it. Older counterpart, so there were older versions of these characters. Okay. So, I'm going to get out. Did Circus get possessed by Frederick, who was with Isaiah at the time? That's my guess. Springy the Clown next. Animatronic performer, which is currently out of order. Method of murder. Racking? Like, what does that even mean? Like, if I were to try and think about what racking means, it's like some sort of like ancient, like a medieval torture device. Interesting. Unlike the others, Springy has more unique design choices. He can stretch his legs, head, and arms, and can actually jump, unlike the other animatronics that can only walk. His showroom was closed to customers after he accidentally fell on a child, leading to the kid's death. So the kid literally got, he got splat. He got flattened. Employees used to call him Springy the Great Jumper. Now they now call him Springy the Bones Breaker, which makes the CEO quite upset. Yeah, very unfortunate reputation, but that's what you get when you somehow allow an animatronic to be able to fall on top of a child like that. Next we have Maddie and Patty. So yeah, this was something that had me so confused. Like, it was like, is Maddie yellow or is Patty yellow? Maddie and Patty, Patty and Maddie. Animatronic performers / musicians. Method of murder. Patty impales people. So Blue impales with the guitar, maybe. While Maddie strangles people. Okay. They are known as the Big Top Brothers and have been programmed to always interact with each other, play music, and of course interact with customers as well. They are said to be the funniest clowns in the cast, as they always fight for silly reasons. But they also be kind with each other as they are still brothers. Most employees say to be creeped out by these two animatronics as their eyes always seem to get different colors every time they look at an adult. So their eyes change as they look towards adults. Interesting. It is worth mentioning that the idea is that they're all possessed, right? But we only really know of, what, 3 people that died? Frederick, Isaiah, and James. So that part is definitely a little interesting. And then, yeah, we have Jackie the Clown, who was a former performer at Bab's Pinwheel Circus. So I wonder, because from what I understand, is this a prequel game? I'm not sure. There's like another game in the series. Method of murder, neck fracture. So not a lot of employees know about the origin of this animatronic, which makes sense given the time, 1983. They only know he's old and was shipped to the restaurant by accident. A lot of customers have reported seeing him peeking out of the storage room door. Employees always find him in places he shouldn't even be every morning. They also all notice that he seems to put his eyes back in their sockets by themselves. Even the CEO is a bit creeped out by how intelligent Jackie actually is. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have any information on the Bearman animatronic that is actually trying to farm Revenant using these guys. Maybe in another game we'll learn more about him. Then we have behind the scenes, which has to do with like the making of the models, which they actually do have some pretty nice character models. I mean, look at even this shot just looks really nice in general. You also have areas for like the office, show stages, parts and service, dining room. This is more programming, more than anything. Concept art, even. Very nice indeed. Yeah, that's Springy. And then you have more for Circus and the twins. Evolution of the office itself. Okay, now we have comparisons for the actual models. So, first things first, you can tell they definitely got like 100% less shinier, if not even more. Definitely prefer the current version over the old version. The old version is just obnoxiously shiny to like an insane degree. You would have to say the same for Circus. Also, he got himself a new Milk Pal in his newer version. Meanwhile, the twins, yeah, they look a lot better. Especially Maddie with the shades looks better as well. Or is that, no, Patty. Oh, I'm already doing it again. And Jackie here actually probably got the least changes. Right, it's a lot more subtle compared to the others, as you can tell from a design standpoint, but that also would make sense considering that it's the only animatronic from a different location, or older location rather. And then here you have like, wow, that is quite a departure from 2023 and 2017. Vents, you have also show cameras. So, is this, I mean, I guess this is like more like in progress stuff, right? I don't think this has anything to do with the 2017 stuff, but very nice overall. Definite improvement. I can't speak. Definite improvement. Holy. Party, enjoy. These are the posters. And as well as like some fan art by the looks of it. And some pretty nice poses like Circus with the microphone, the milk, and the cake. Got the best pals, the twins, Springy even, and then finally jump scares. Get ready? Loud. Oh, okay. Circus actually probably has the creepiest one by far because of the eyes. But then again, I mean, Springy has that Ennard type of face. If you know it hasn't clicked for you, I mean, it really looks a lot like Ennard almost. The twins, we saw the twins. This one's actually kind of creepy. Why they gotta double team me like this? One of them is impaling me while the other is strangling me. I mean, like, think about how ridiculous that is. And Jackie, wait, hold on. Never mind. I wanted to compare their jump scare sounds, but they all have different ones. This one's the only one that actually drags out with like an echo. But that is pretty much everything with regards to the extras in Benny's Circus World. Which leads me to my thoughts on the game. Simply put, from a gameplay standpoint, I would say that it is probably too simple. And I say that because throughout a lot of the main nights, specifically like maybe nights 1 through 3 and maybe even night 4, I was actually falling asleep almost in some of those cases, just like staring and waiting for something to happen. It doesn't help that literally every character in here, except for Circus, needs to shine a light, right? You shine a light for these 4, right? Technically, there are 3 characters, right? But for the 3 of them, you shine a light, and that's it. Circus, you have to hide, right? And for Jackie, you actually have to kind of send them back on camera. In general, I have nothing against simple game mechanics, but I think in this case, it was just a bit overdone on the part of like shining the light at the characters. I wish at least one of them, you know, if anything, I think the twins should have had a different mechanic, because one thing that, you know, was said during the night that the twins were introduced that never went anywhere was the idea of remembering which twin is who. Like Patty is yellow or whatever the colors are. I don't even remember now. Like, even after I just went through the what's it called? The extras. Patty is blue, Maddie is yellow. They say in the phone call to remember who is who, right? But that never comes to fruition. At all. They are just another simple shine the light at the door, get rid of them. I thought it was going to be something interesting where it's like, okay, you have the twins. But let's say if one twin appears at the door instead of another, you do a different game mechanic, right? Like maybe they could have done like, if it's Maddie, you hide under the table. If it's Patty, shine the light. I think even that would have been a little bit more interesting rather than just shine the light, because then it's like, well, yeah, they're twins that you just shine the light at, but it's like that twin dynamic doesn't really do anything gameplay wise. So it's a bit of a letdown in that regard. With that said, despite how simplistic the gameplay is, it definitely at least ramped up and got more interesting with Night 5, Circus Night, and Custom Night, because enough is happening very quickly that it kind of gets, you know, it's fine to a certain point. I would say like the thing with the biggest, I would say, drawback when it comes to simple gameplay mechanics is obviously boredom, right? If it's so simple to the point where you're waiting for them to show up to the door, so you just flash the light, or you see them at the door and you hide. If that doesn't happen very often, you spend a lot of time waiting, and I felt like that for nights 1, 2, 3, even 4 in some cases, which is why I cut out a lot, because literally like dozing off, like staring at the screen, like waiting for something to happen. There were moments where I literally dozed off, I forgot I was in the middle of the night, and a jump scare happened, and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize I was there. I think in general it just needs some more different gameplay mechanics to try and spice things up, especially considering how easy it is to just wait for them to make a sound, shine the light at the door. With that point in mind, right, simple gameplay mechanics can work well in games like this. It's mainly so that they tend to shine a lot when it comes to custom night, because with gameplay mechanics being so simple, right, if that's what the game has, custom night can shine by just cranking that up to the max and making you have to just like try and like almost micromanage every mechanic and like do it on instinct, just to keep things like actually different, because otherwise they're all pretty much the same character in every retrospect. You don't need to do anything different with any of the 3 characters, right? Benny, Springy, and the twins, they are pretty much the same character. With that said though, what has me really interested in this game and other subsequent entries is the story regarding this Mimic character. I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be the Mimic or if it's a Mimic-esque character, because it sounds like it's a Mimic that was created by Benny's Circus World, right? And this Mimic was kind of manipulated, not in the term manipulated like negative, like it was kind of like controlled by William, and it was made to do things that it wasn't meant to do. I think that's the word. It said that it was made to do things that it shouldn't have done itself, right? And I think they're trying to imply that William used the Mimic to maybe carry out his you know, child murders at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. At least that's the very first thing I have to imagine, since we're obviously talking about Remnant, right? The fact that this Mimic thing is trying to collect a remnant to try and surpass William. I think that's a very interesting motivation, because I'm not sure if like the first thing that comes to mind is that the Mimic, or this Mimic, this Bearman Mimic, is trying to surpass William because it has obviously emulated a lot of William's behaviors, and now it is trying to outdo William in that sense. So in that aspect, I am curious to see where the story is going to go. But of course, with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, let me know what you enjoyed from the video and what you want to see from me. The game will be in the description below as always. Quick side note, later today there's going to be a second upload for my first part on Chronos The New Dawn. So if you're interested in seeing me play that, keep an eye out for it. It'll be out later today. Great job to Psycho Clown Studio regardless, despite my critiques on the gameplay. Story-wise, I think is very interesting, and hopefully in subsequent entries, I think there's another game that's also being developed for this. Hopefully gameplay-wise, it's a bit more varied so that it doesn't feel like you're just seeing multiple copies of the same character. And of course, I'll see you in another video. Take care.